Good morning. It is Spence, and joining me, and this is such a pleasure to talk with a fantastic guitar player and singer, is Mark Tremonti. How are you?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm excellent. Of course, you've spent the last 25 plus years doing a lot of rock stuff. And when I was sent this Frank Sinatra stuff that you did, I'm like, well, and I thought, well, maybe is he going to do like a rock version of it? No, it's traditional sounding, and my God, is it amazing, dude?
Oh, thank you very much. We put a lot of heart and soul into it.
And I will just forewarn everybody, we're gonna play a track from that, and it is straight up traditional sounding Frank Sinatra. We'll get to that in a second. It's killer. Tell me about why you decided to do Frank Sinatra. We'll get into the charity here in just a second, but what is it about Frank that kind of really tripped your trigger?
Since I was young, I always enjoyed, it always put me in a good place, made me happy. And then as I got older, I just kind of realized that his vocal range suited my mind. And I always loved singing along at Christmas time on the karaoke mic. And I became obsessed about 3 years ago. I was on YouTube and I found a video for the song Is You that he performed back in 43. And it made me want to dive into his earlier career. And from there, I just became obsessed.
Well, there's one thing to want to do it, and then to pull it off is a whole nother. And I know you have a great voice, because one of my favorite songs that you do is Dust, and I think it's you clearly can really sing in that track. When I was listening to this, I'm like, my God, I mean, you have a Frank Sinatra sound. There's no question.
Thank you very much. I worked really hard at it, and I had a lot of fun doing it. So it was a lot of practice and a lot of passion,
And the videos and stuff too. I think the one video I watched was like in black and white. It's like a throwback thing, but maybe a fun little adventure to try something new, go a little curveballish, and kind of do the full on suit, the classic looking suit, and all of these songs.
Yeah, man. Took out the earrings. I did it all. I partnered up actually with Frank's surviving members of his touring band. So all the guys you hear on the track, most of them, I think 15 out of 17, were all on stage with Frank Sinatra. So these guys are as legit as they come.
Good Lord. Was that nervous for you? I mean, these guys worked with a legend.
Yeah, no, everybody said, weren't you terrified? And I went into it excited as hell, because I was prepared as I ever could be. I mean, I knew these songs. I sang them 1,000 times, so I was ready to go. And then I'm doing this for charity. So what's somebody going to say? You did a crappy job raising money for charity.
What was your reaction, and what was everybody else's reaction after you recorded the first one and you played it back for the first time?
Oh man, we after the first session, a lot of the guys were like, you know what, I didn't know what to make of you coming in here, with your history in rock and metal. But man, this is great. We can't, we're really excited to work with you. And we did 14 songs. We were just going to do 2 songs at first to test things out. And then from there on out, we booked all the rest of the sessions, and the guys were awesome. They want to tour on it. So we're going to start setting up some shows, hopefully.
Oh, I was going to ask about that. Well, that's really cool. Wow.
Oh, yeah. We have our first show May 14th, which is the kind of VIP listening party for the record. And then a lot of the guys are going to come down from Chicago, and we're going to get some local guys, because Sinatra had regional bands. So we'll fill in the gaps with some local guys here. And we're going to do a 17-piece band and myself performing at the Abbey here in Orlando on May 14th. But it already sold out. So we got to book some more shows.
Well, that's cool. What was your reaction from maybe some of your friends in the rock and metal world? And you said, hey, I'm going to do these songs, but I'm not going to rock them. I'm going to make them traditional. What did they say to you?
It's been, the response has been better than any response I've gotten in my career. I've always stuck to the rock thing, but when you do something different and you do it, with these guys, everybody was blown away by it. It's been, the day after we released the first song, I don't think I've ever gotten more text messages on my phone waking up the next day. So it's definitely made an impression.
I'm sure it was a lot like, dude, you killed this thing. You nailed this.
Well, it was, a lot of passion went into it. And a lot of people said a lot of great things about it. Slash was one of the first come out and say a nice quote, and Kirk Hammett and Paul Stanley and all these guys just kind of came to the table saying how much they dug it and how much they support it. And I want to eventually challenge all these people to do a project themselves, even if it's one song, to raise money for charity.
Let's talk about that too. And I encourage people to check this out. Mark Tremonti sings Frank Sinatra, and this album will be coming out and available for download and things toward the end of May. I think the 27th.
May 27th.
Did I have the date wrong?
Yeah, no, May 27th. Yep.
Okay, cool. Well, tell me about this charity that you're involved in. And it's a really, really good one.
Yeah, it's called Take a Chance for Charity, and it's pretty much just challenging artists, athletes, actors, whoever it is with the platform, radio DJs, to do a project that their fan base wouldn't see coming, that is out of their wheelhouse. So it could be a football player singing a country song. It could be a magician swimming a lap in a pool against somebody for money. Anything that raises money for charity, that does good things for people in the name of Take a Chance for Charity. I want to be a little old man that helped raise $100 million for charity throughout all these other people's projects. And so far, we've got my good friend Larry the Cable Guy is going to do a project. I've got Chris Daughtry who wants to do a project. The country band Lone Star, Steve Stevens has come to the table. All Blackstone Cherry, all these people were interested when it initially got released, and now we got to keep the ball rolling and get other people doing the project as well.
That's the neat thing about this album, is you're going to give those proceeds over to the Down Syndrome Society.
Yeah, NDSS is National Down Syndrome Society. So from the very first penny that comes in, there's nothing getting paid back on the recording process. Nothing has to be paid. The first penny is going straight to charity. And I got my little girl here is the one who inspired the whole thing. She was
what a sweetheart.
She was diagnosed with Down syndrome before she was born, and after I was practicing singing like Sinatra for years, I was like, there was a reason for this obsession. Now I'm gonna record a record, and I'll do it to raise money and awareness for Down syndrome. And it's it's been such a fun project.
Well, I hope it takes off for you, and I totally appreciate your time. And if you get one of these shows up near us in Minnesota, I'd love to talk with you more about what you're doing, and because I love it. I think it's fantastic.
Well, thank you so much. I sure hope we can get up there and play, because it would be a dream come true.
Well, we're going to fire this up, Mark. I know you're busy doing some media stuff today. I appreciate your time, and we're gonna fire this up, a little curveball with Mark Sinatra, or excuse me, Mark Sinatra, Mark, a little Freudian there almost. Mark Tremonti singing Frank Sinatra. Thank you so much, and we're going to fire this tune up here in just a second. Appreciate your time, Mark.
Great, thank you so much.
Okay, here we